guy who is going to be one of the top defensive players off the board in this year's draft from Missouri football. Good to see you, Darius Robinson. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. So before the radio audience returns, let's show off something that we can see, and that is your gear that you have on.
Yes,
so
sir.
I don't know if we could take a shot directly on. Okay, so now you need to move to your, just lean to, there we go.
Okay.
So those are your initials.
Yes, sir. The D and the R. I got a merch line.
Merch line?
Yes, sir. We
What
got
do you make?
sweatshirts, T-shirts, sweatpants, shorts, hats, everything.
Okay.
Man.
Do you make them for, mortal-sized people?
yeah, most definitely. We get you some merch, man. No problem.
You got some extra mediums is what he's asking.
I feel bad. I'm asking a college, soon-to-be professional athlete for free stuff, but I'm in the media.
Yeah.
And so that's the way it works.
Yes, sir.
What size can we get for you, TJ?
I'm like a 2X, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you got those hanging around.
You must make 2X.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
It's definitely.
What size are you?
A 2X.
Well, you're not wearing 2X right now.
No,
Unless,
this is a 2X.
well, if I had your arms, I would wear one size smaller.
Yes, sir.
Just to show that off. The medium is what
Medium.
The extra medium, yeah.
The extra medium. So how'd you come up with the logo?
Really, that's just how I write my name with the D and then just putting the R right under it so
Okay.
they can give it a clean look.
All right, and how can people get the gear?
You can find the link on my Instagram page. It's Darius Robinson Pro Shop. And if you want to buy some merch, that would be much
Okay,
appreciated.
look at you already branching out with merch.
Yes,
I
sir.
kind of dig it. All right, so Darius Robinson is here on the Rich Eisen Show. I got tons of questions that I'm waiting for the radio audience to return, and I'm getting ready to ask you right now. So we're back on the Rich Eisen Show radio network, sitting at the Rich Eisen Show desk furnished by Grainger with supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger has the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by as Darius Robinson of Missouri football getting ready to be drafted into the National Football League right here on the program. It is good to see you or meet you
Yes, sir.
because I saw you at the Combine.
Yes, sir.
What was your Combine experience like?
Oh, it was awesome. It was great meeting all the NFL coaches and personnel, and then also realizing this is my draft class going into the NFL. So just getting cool and getting used to those guys and making experiences.
Yeah, I mean, at the Combine, it's pretty much 95% of the draft is at the Combine.
Literally.
And, or should this say, 95% of Combine players get drafted.
Right.
And you're just out of order. We'll find out in what order you do get drafted.
Yes, sir.
Who did you meet with at the Combine?
I met with over 20 teams at the Combine, so just ranging all the 20 teams. And it was a great experience, honestly, because each organization you could tell does something different about how they process and how they operate. So me, I'm just an avid learner, so I was just taking notes and learning as much about them as much as they want to learn about me.
Now, we spoke to Xavier Worthy at the Combine after he broke the 40-yard dash record.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he said that he was blown away by meeting Andy Reid because he looked just like the coach from Madden.
Literally.
So,
Yeah, he looked just like it. He's just like, you could tell like a guy that knows football,
Yes.
knows like what he's listening for. Just the whole Chiefs organization from the DC to the defensive line coach, very detailed. Like that's you can tell they got great things going on over there.
who else stuck out for meeting you?
Coach Harbaugh, honestly. 'Cause
Which one? There's two of them.
Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
Well, both of them, honestly.
Jeff,
but
right.
Jim, because last time I talked to him when I was in high school, so that was a kind of reconnect talking to him. And then John Harbaugh, all the coaches. That's the thing, like watching these guys on like the NFL on Sundays and then actually be face to face with them and realize like I could be on their team. Like it's just like a blessing to be there.
Did
know?
you meet with the Steelers as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you met
sir.
Tomlin?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's wired up. Like all the time, like he's just looking at me the whole time, like wired up.
What do you
And,
mean?
Like he's just like you can tell he loves football. Like just the way he carries himself, like the questions he asks, very specific. And he's a great coach. He gave me some great advice as well.
What did he tell you?
He was saying, like, during this draft process, make sure you work out and stay on your routine because the worst thing that can happen is you get drafted and you're not in shape or not prepared. So just work out and stay in shape.
That was his advice to you?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you say you got the sense he loved football, like what gave you that indication?
Like when he was just watching my tape and like the questions he was asking me about do I mind which hand I put down when I rush? Like that's something a lot of people, like a casual fan, wouldn't understand. Like there's a difference between guys rushing with their right hand down or left hand down. But this past year I played the field end, so I rushed with both hands down, so I feel comfortable rushing with other hand, with other foot, just line up, put my cleats in the ground.
Right. And then was there any because I know the way it's kind of like speed dating, if anybody's ever done that before, where you got 15 minutes, right? And then you got to go from one room to the next, right?
Right.
Is it in the same setup in that hotel with like the indoor pool that's in there? Do they have
we were upstairs in the Colts Stadium, and we were just going through like the
that's where it was.
Yeah, the sections, and just going like literally back and forth, back and forth. It was an awesome experience.
So, and did they put you on a grease board and have you draw plays?
Yeah, they had me draw up like our main blitzes at Mizzou, my favorite third down calls, and then just watch their tape about what does their defense do, and then watch my tape and see how I would fit in with them.
Yeah. Because it used to be in an old hotel. Well, not an old hotel. It used to be in the hotel I think you stay in now. Again,
the trains.
You're the trains, right?
Yeah. But we walked across and then went into the stadium, into the suites to do the interviews.
Because they used to just reconfigure like a room that anybody would normally be staying in with their family on vacation 51 other weeks of the year.
Wow.
And like I went, and they would just reconfigure like a chair here and a light here and a grease board there, and they would turn the lights down to kind of make it to set the mood and really like try to intimidate people. Did any teams try and get in your kitchen?
Not too bad. I mean, you got to think you're gonna have good plays, then you have some bad plays, but you got to man up, own it, and move on.
They would bring up bad plays and say what happened.
Bring up, be like, what were you thinking here, or what was your thought process? But I didn't let it face football. Nobody's ever going to grade out 100% no matter how well you play.
Darius Robinson from Missouri here on the Rich Eisen Show. And so you mentioned moments ago that it was kind of a reunion with Jim Harbaugh because you're from Southfield, Michigan, right?
Yes, sir.
And so did he try to recruit you?
Yeah, they offered me at Michigan.
They did. So what happened?
Man, it's a long story, but it just didn't work out for the both of us. And then I chose to go to Mizzou. Honestly, because there was a coach at Michigan, Coach Afadale, he recruited me there. He's from Michigan. And then I realized, all the NFL players play in the SEC. So what's the next best opportunity to help me, reach my goals? So I chose Mizzou. and been the best 5 years of my life.
Is it true you started playing football kind of late?
Yes, sir. So I played Little League, and then I stopped about third or fourth grade because I really wanted to be a basketball player. Then I quickly realized, 6'5" isn't that tall in basketball.
Not tall enough, right?
Yeah, so then I started playing again my junior year, and then I was blessed to get those offers, and then chose Mizzou. And then I early enrolled because I knew I was so behind the curve. Like, I had to get stronger, actually learn football. Because, high school, you just running out there. Mm-hmm. But now you actually play with structure, so... Yes, sir.
So, Little League.
Yes, sir. Southfield Jayhawks.
That was my team. Jayhawks.
Yes,
and
sir.
so you stopped playing baseball, or you kept playing baseball?
No, I kept playing baseball, basketball, playing all the sports. But it's just realized, we got to find a way to get a scholarship. And, football is the best opportunity.
Is it true you were a catcher in baseball?
Yeah.
Were you like a 6-foot catcher or something
Literally,
like that?
Yeah. I was a catcher and first base. I love playing catcher because... Yeah, you're right. I was a big catcher.
I mean, you could block the plate when it was legal to do such a thing. But I mean, being a 6-foot cat, I mean, that's a pretty big for a kid for sure to get down behind the plate. But you like doing it, huh?
Yeah, I like doing it. I used to watch Rodriguez. He played on the Tigers a long time ago.
Pudge, sure.
Yeah, Pudge Rodriguez. And then he's the catcher, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's the catcher. Pudge Rodriguez. I remember watching him.
Yeah, you chose a good one, a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
A Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
For the Tigers, I remember that too, for sure.
Cabrera, Verlander, Scherzer, Prince Fielder. We had a squad in Detroit.
You sure did.
Curtis Granderson. Yeah, we had some great guys.
So you're a kid just getting tickets to go to Comerica and watching the Tigers?
Yeah, I would go sometimes with my mom, but it's awesome. I love Comerica Park. Detroit, all the stadiums are right next to each other.
Look at you. And so you're going to, I don't know why it just dawned on me. You're going to hear your name called in Detroit.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you?
It means everything. This would be a dream come true because, like I said, I had come to the game a little bit later, so I have fell in love with the process, and I love football. And the thing, like you said, being in my hometown, like, it means a lot to me. So just making sure these 28 days, just work as hard as I can each and every day. So when I get there, it's time to go.
Are you planning to be at the draft? What are your plans?
Right now, we're trying to figure that out, just waiting to see how everything plays out. But if not, I'll just have like a party at my house with my family.
Is it still in Michigan?
Yes, sir.
Is everyone still located in Michigan?
My family's still in Michigan. So just waiting to hear back, but just control what I control.
I mean, how cool is that? I mean, because the draft's never in Detroit. This is the first one ever in Detroit.
First ever, and so it would be an amazing honor. So just working out, staying in shape, and see what happens.
Darius Robinson here on the Rich Eisen Show. So when we send you on to your rest of your Thursday, what's the next steps for you? Top 30 visits?
Yes, sir.
Got those?
Yes, sir. So I have visits lined up from Sunday all the way to like April 9th. So
Wow.
just visit after visit after visit after visit. And that's why I say like each visit, you know, is very awesome because I'm learning from NFL coaches, NFL DCs about like football. So obviously I can only go to one team, but I can still pick up stuff from everybody to help improve my game going forward.
So where are you going? What's your first one?
Baltimore. Baltimore is on Easter, and then after that, it's just a long line.
One after another.
Yes, sir.
Is it all geographically set?
Yeah, my agent does a great job of having it structured, so I'm not going too far there or that. But yeah, it's structures. But that's the thing, like I said, learning and stay in shape while I'm on these visits because I can see how guys could quickly get out of shape because of so much traveling. But I'm just going to be downstairs in the hotel every morning to make sure I get it in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just figuring out where you're going to work out, make sure you're maintaining the right, diet, clearly, because, being on the road, I shouldn't ascribe my problems to you. But, I mean, you probably have a better metabolism than me. You can probably digest it a little bit better than me. But I totally understand how you can kind of lose traveling. So that's pretty good advice from Tomlin when you think about it now.
Yeah, it is, most definitely.
So what will a team get if they draft you and then when they draft you?
They'll get a guy that's team first. I really believe in low ego, high output. So whatever the team needs me to do, and then also a versatile D lineman that can line up in any alignment and play fast and physical. But most importantly, be a great teammate and somebody you can count on.
Okay. Did you grow up a Lions fan or?
Yeah, I did. Watching Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson. That whole crew. Every Sunday, like when me and my mom would leave church, we'd cut the Lions game on and be on Fox. So those are my earliest memories of the Lions.
Okay. What if they draft you?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Their D-line, Hutchinson is elite. Like, I love watching Hutchinson on tape. Their defense, their team, like, this would be an amazing opportunity. So we'll see what happens.
Maybe it would be meant for you to be a teammate of him since it didn't work out at the first stop.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Because he's somebody I definitely look up to and try to model my game after because he's a great player.
So who did you grow up watching? Because I assume, were you always defense?
Yeah, I was always defense.
Okay, so then who are you looking at then?
Like younger, you have to look at Aaron Donald just because of how elite he is, and he's probably the best defensive lineman ever. And then as I got into ball more, I studied Max Crosby and Chris Jones a lot. I think I'm very similar. Like Chris Jones, like he can play the 3 and play a 5 technique. He's always using his hands. And then Max has such a high, like unbelievable motor. And how he uses his long arms and he's always turning his body when he rushes and stuff like that. But those are my 2 favorite players I study right now.
And what does it feel like for you when you sack a quarterback?
It's awesome because that's why you practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, literally for this one play. So it's just like, man, it's an awesome feeling, and you get hungry. You want to get more and more and more, but you got to stay disciplined in your defense and do whatever the coach asks you to the best of your ability.
Do you have a nickname?
D-Rob.
Okay.
D-Rob.
Okay. Yeah, the last guy we spoke to yesterday, Tavondre Sweat, said Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
So,
Big Sweat.
Just different.
Yeah, Big Sweat. He's awesome. He's a great player.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, that's what's so cool, too. You must have met, you met
Super
everybody.
Bowl, the Combine, Big Sweat. He's powerful. I've never seen somebody with my own eyes, like, be that. He got like that power, like quicks, twitch, everything. He's a great player.
Yeah. So you met everybody, and now you're going to be going out in the National Football League, and you're trying to be better than all of them, be Defensive Rookie of the Year, and go try and crush it.
Right, that's the goal.
Well, good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you as well.
All right, so that's 2XL in the corner.
Okay.
Jay, you want to get in on this?
Single XL.
Okay.
Don't lie to yourself, Jay. Don't lie.
Don't lie.
Shame.
Anytime, man. And if you want to shoot a video, well, you've run your last 40. You don't have to run it.
Yeah, I'm not running no more.
I'm running my 40 for St. Jude coming up in April.
Yes, sir. That's awesome, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and congrats on everything going on with you and your anything going on charity work that you want to mention that you're involved with?
So I have my Darius Robinson Helping Hands Foundation. My goal is to do 3 events each year, and I haven't done any events this year because I'm just so focused on the draft stuff. But but after I get settled, I just plan out 3 things. But in the past, I had a book bag drive where I purchased 100 book bags for the kids at my church and in the Columbia community. And then the Christmas drive, I raised $3,000 for 3 families in need. So just kind of sticking to stuff like that. But I got 3 events coming up this year after the draft and stuff.
Great. Find out where you're going and then start planting stakes in your new community.
Yes, sir.
Or maybe your hometown. You never know, man.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
I look forward to seeing where you land, and I'll be thinking of you sitting on the NFL Network set draft night.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You bet. That's Darius Robinson right here. Where do they go to go get your gear? Where do we?
You go to my Instagram. I had a link in my bio, but it's DariusRobinsonProShop.com.
Okay. And what's your Instagram?
It's Darius Robinson. Darius Robinson. Robinson.
Okay. Look at you spelling it out and everything. So okay, at Darius Robinson. Check it out on Instagram. Right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Pleasure to meet you. I'll see you down the line. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.